So I had a weird dream, not last night, but the night before. And, I've been pushing to get a partner for a while. I've dealt with all my stuff as a result of being autistic. Now, in my 20s, they used to be like, no, like, God's got another partner for you. So people say, oh, you got to go to church for a good girl. Don't go to nightclubs or whatever. Well, I never went there for that. I just went there because I was bored and wanted to socialize and have a good time, I've only ever hooked up with one girl from the club that was like, I had sex with one, so I've only had sex with two girls in my life so far. Yeah, I remember like some promiscuous girls go to church and stuff, and they just say like, oh, Jesus forgives me, all this type of thing. Others were hard out into it. Like, what I mean by that is no, what's that thing? No guilt about it. They didn't use Christ as an example. They just was hard out into it, and then like later on, this became Christians, and they'd be like, people say everyone's got a past, and whilst there was a lot of good Christian men that were like single for ages, and then it's like, so I lost my virginity when I was 28, so, but I'm not ashamed. They'll be like, yeah, see, you're not perfect. Well, the thing is, it's my turn to be successful in life. Things are, I'm at where I'm earning about or thereabouts the same amount of money as most men my age now. Still pushing, but yeah, no guilt. And I had a dream because I just send messages on dating website, no one answering, meeting people at work or through work type things. But once co-workers, they're co-workers, and if they're taken, well, and you're taken. So the last time I had a dream of the Morrigan was when I was like an $1,800 debt as a result of moving to this region and having all my employment sabotaged beforehand, and because I wouldn't go home and visit who, my parents. So in order to get stable employment, I had to move out, and I thought, well, I want to go somewhere that's different. I want to live in a city rather than like a big city rather than a small town. They called it a city where I was at when it had 80,000 people, but I thought, because there'll be live concerts and stuff, and I got my siblings living in Auckland, so two of them, so I came down here. So I had a weird dream. The last time I had a dream, it was about that. It was about getting out of debt, and now it's like I get worried if I think I might have to dig money out and get to the point where I don't have $1,000 in my savings. Like, my savings that's just there, just in case something happens. Because I bought a 50-cent and a pink ticket, and it's like, yeah, and a weekend ticket in the space of 2 weeks, but I already got my flights for the weekend, so next week I've got to get the flights for 50 cent and pink, and then I've got to get the accommodation and pay my monthly bill for power. So I'll be doing the whole flights and accommodation this week, but then the week after it's going to be my monthly bill that I have 1 month to pay off for power. That will be on the third week of the month, So, yeah, I had this dream that trees were coming down and everything, and like, go on to Know Thyself 1388 YouTube and search up Dream of the Morrigan. Know Thyself 1388 Dream of the Morrigan. And that's what it is. That's what it was. It's because she represents sovereignty, self-sovereignty, you know, and death, like death to the old self or death to ways that are unproductive. She went off, and I went off and go watch that film, go watch that video. So I had a new one. I had a dream that a lady was, okay, got to be sensitive because it's about sex. This is about sex, so anyone wants, any younger ones, this is your chance to turn away, okay? Okay, so you guys have had your chance to turn away, and this is on purpose, me just lying in bed, you know, because I want to get up. I had a 7-hour sleep and woke up at about 10:30. It's now, I've been trying to get back to sleep, but, you know, my mate said any time after 11, so I'll just get up and get going. Because I don't want to be yawning at his place, and now it's like I don't feel like I would be. So, anyway, here we go. I had a dream, sexual. I had a dream that a lady, like I just was in the dream, and I looked down, and I saw this curly-haired lady, and she was giving me a BJ. Blowjob. BJ. I was like, huh? Like, last time I had sex was back in 2017, and I was like, oh, this has got to be a dream. And it felt good, you know. I was like, oh, yeah. Like, I was enjoying it. Holding myself back here because I'm online, as regards to, like, how I was acting when that was happening. But then she looked up, and it wasn't. And I got put off. I got put off because she was an old lady. I was like, well, the thing is this. It's a sign of ego death. So that anything that was holding me back from having success in that life is dying. Like, I accepted the fact that, you know, in my 20s I should have moved out of home. But I've been out of home for 3 years now. So I moved out for 3 months twice, and then I moved back both times, and I've been out for 3 years. Stable employment. Things are improving, you know. All the trauma associated with how people treat autistic people is like 97% gone. Because, see, there might be 100 people, right? And there might be like 15 bullies. Wow. Because you're socially unaware and stuff, the 15 bullies will come after you. So it seems like it's you and one friend versus these 15, 16 bullies more. So it seems like it's you against the world, but it's not. Because there's another 80 or so people that are just doing nothing. Just staying away. Just doing whatever it is they do. So, yeah, I can't wait to have my success in that area, and there'll be no guilt because, you know, people say, you shouldn't be jealous of, like, they're just because they're shining and you're not, or, you shouldn't be judgmental. God loves these people and they can do whatever. You've got to pass, like, rah, rah, rah. And it's like, well, it's my turn now. I'm thinking that because, look, I'm now worried about buying concert tickets and then having to go under $1,000 in case something happens, but I haven't. I still got like all my money for groceries and petrol, and then I get paid in 3 days' time, and I still got $1,000 saved, and I'll put some more in and get all my stuff sorted. So now sex is up next. Relationships. Yay.